you doing today?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. I'm Jessica.
How you
I'm
doing,
going to
Jessica?
be meeting with you today.
Okay.
What is your name?
I'm Nate.
Nate. Is it okay if I call you Nate, or do you like to go by something
No,
else?
Nate is fine.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad that you made it here. Do you have any problems finding the place?
No, no, ma'am.
No. Okay. So can you tell me, you know what? Before we begin, I wanted to tell you. Do you know why you're here? Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
why is it that
You mean
that
so?
brought you here today?
Oh, well, we had a house fire, and so I'm just looking for some resources
Okay.
and to help out with the housing, clothing, things of that nature.
Okay, and I will absolutely be able to help you with that. I would love to. But first, I need to make sure that you know that anything that we do discuss today is going to stay between you and I. It's not going to go besides the four walls of this room.
Okay.
However, if you indicate anything of harming yourself or someone else or something of that nature, then I would need to, contact my supervisor and the appropriate uh, people to handle that.
Okay.
Is that something that you are okay with and
You said
understand?
contact the supervisor for what now?
So if you were to, indicate anything of wanting to harm yourself or anyone else,
Okay.
any thoughts revolving that, then I would just need to take the steps um, to let my supervisor know and contact the appropriate authorities
Okay.
afterwards.
Makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
And so again, I'm not sure if you signed a consent form, but I am going to need you to sign a consent for me. And you can look it over, and that's that. And just saying that, you understand that. And then also, it allows me to be able to contact other personnel in regards to getting you the resources that you need.
Understood.
So if, for example, for clothing vouchers, for me to contact them and let them know, hey, this is Nate. He's going to be coming to you and in need of some clothing.
Okay.
Okay. So do you mind just going ahead and signing
No,
that
no,
for me,
absolutely.
and you can read it over and. All right. Cool. Now that we have that, so again, came here is the fire. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the fire was last night. We lost everything.
And who is we?
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife and I.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife Alicia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about Alicia.
Well, let's see. Like what?
Well, yeah, how's she handling this?
Oh, she's good. She's at the doctor's appointment. She had a doctor's appointment anyway, so she's at the doctor. Oh, she's 8 months pregnant.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Exciting moment for y'all.
Hmm.
All right. Well, so she's at the doctor's.
Yeah. Just again, she had a prenatal checkup today, so just I don't know. So we had the fire, and we lost everything, clothing, and some little personal items and things of that nature. But we both made it out safe, so.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys both made it out safely, and Alicia's at her appointment, and you're here to get some resources.
Right.
So, what are some things that are important for you to get out of the session today with me? What resources do you think that you guys are in need of?
I think, well, obviously, I think resources to help the wife out,
Okay.
getting clothing and things of that nature for the baby, for the newborn, because we lost everything, like I said. So I think that's number one right now.
Okay, do you mind if I write some things
No,
down?
please.
Is that okay?
Please, yes.
All right, so clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, clothing for everyone, for the baby.
But just more so for the baby and my wife. I think I'm fine, to be honest with you. I can tough it out.
Well, I think that's really great that your focus is on your wife and your soon-to-be baby. But I think it's important that you focus on you too. And so, as a whole, to get clothing for everyone
Okay.
involved would be best. Because you gotta be able to take care of you in order
Right.
to take care of them. So focusing on everyone's needs, and you're included in that, everyone.
Okay.
So we will make sure that we get you clothing vouchers as well.
All right.
Okay. So just to go over that, so clothing for the baby, for your wife, and for yourself. We'll do that. So that's your number one. And what else do you think?
I guess a place to stay.
Okay, housing. That's definitely something important.
Right.
Where are you guys staying right now?
Right now we're staying with a friend, a guy that I came in the Marine Corps with, so we're staying at his house right now.
Okay. How long are you all able to stay there?
I'm really not sure. He's married, he has 2 kids, and we're there.
Okay.
And plus my mother and father coming to town, so.
Okay. When are they planning to be here?
They should be here tomorrow sometime.
Okay. And now, were they planning to stay with y'all originally, or were they going to be staying at a hotel?
No, they won't stay with us, but since the fire, so now we got to find a place to stay, an alternate place also.
Okay. Now, would they be able to stay at your friend's house? Or
I'm not sure. We're
Okay.
buddies and all, but you don't want to
Right.
just invite people to someone else's house. So.
Of course. So we need to, did y'all have insurance on your
Yes,
house?
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah,
Okay.
we had insurance.
So maybe contacting the insurance company to see how quickly it would be that you guys would get back into new housing, and to be able to use that insurance money to purchase a new home,
Right.
or how that process works. Is that something that you've looked into?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Okay. So that's on your to-do list. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and try to get temporary housing
Okay.
for you and your wife. Now, I can't guarantee that we will be able to find a resource for your in-laws as well, because the focus is you and your wife. But if we can get something to include your in-laws or your parents, then we will absolutely give you that option as
Okay.
well. But just so you know, it is something that may not be a
Understand.
possibility. Okay, so clothing, housing, and is there anything else that you feel is an immediate need or concern of yours?
Immediate need. No, I think that's it. Just clothing, housing, prenatal care for the wife. Make sure she can get to and from her appointments. I think that's my main concern right now.
Okay, and do you have vehicle? Do you have your own transportation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Well, good. I'm glad that you have some stuff in order, and so that's what we're here to do, is to get the rest of the little details all worked out.
Well, I do have one concern. I think some like medicine, not medicine, but like just want to make sure the baby has milk and formulas and things of that nature. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if we can get a voucher for that also.
Yeah, we can look into that. I will have to go through my resources and see how that is worked out and how
Okay.
that's set up. But absolutely, between now and the next visit, I will definitely be able to get you the information on that.
Okay.
All right. So clothing, housing, formula for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I'm really not sure. I think we got everything we need. We talked about the insurance thing. The wife and you and I just talked about it also. Oh, you know what? We lost some. I gotta figure out a way to get her. We lost the birth certificates for both of us, so we gotta figure out a way to replace that.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to go about doing that. What do you think?
So I think right now, all we can do is look that information up, and we can do that together if you like, because I'm not quite sure how to do that
Okay.
either. So I think that would be the first focus is finding out how to go about that and getting that information for you. But as far as on my end, I can go ahead and fill out the paperwork for the clothing, for the housing, and for the food vouchers,
Mhm.
and we'll go over that and get that sent out, and then together, during our next meeting, we will work on the birth certificates.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good
Sound
plan?
like a plan.
Okay.
Quick question: how long would it take to get these vouchers? And
Well, it depends. So clothing is something that can be done pretty immediately, pretty quickly.
okay.
Just at least for the next few days. As far as future down the road, I'm not quite sure how often you're able to go
Mhm.
to these facilities. But you can basically, the way that it works is you go in and you have the voucher and you go through and pick out a few things and you check out, and you check out just as is with money. And for you, for your wife, and for the newborn.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
For housing vouchers, that works a little bit different. And we'll go through each one as we go over the paperwork
Okay.
for them. But right now, just so I know what to pull together to go over with you, it would be the clothing, the housing, the food for the baby, and then going ahead and getting the birth certificates.
Okay.
Does that sound like a good
Yes, ma'am.
plan? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Did we cover everything that is most important to you and
Yes, ma'am.
helping you and your family right
Yes,
now?
yes, ma'am. Very helpful. Very
Okay. So let's go ahead and schedule a time for next week, and then between now and then, I'll be going over those information to get all those vouchers started, and you'll be hearing from me tomorrow
Okay.
as far as the clothing vouchers goes and the food as they come up, as I get the approvals for them.
Okay.
I'll get them out to you. But for the birth certificate, what's a good day and time?
Oh man. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Mhm.
What day of the week?
Can we go? What's today? Monday. Monday. That'll
Monday.
work.
All right, that sounds good. All right, Nate, I will see you Monday, but again, you'll be hearing from me later this afternoon, if not tomorrow.
Okay.
All righty?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, thank you so much.
No, thank you.